Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. We are your two kings of the Rube Empire. I am the Philosopher King, the Mad Scientist Matt, and I've got opinions on things. Actually, a perspective on things. My bad.
Listen up, brother. Strong one is in the house, the Iron King himself, and I have a perspective on things as well. I am so excited for this show today. I don't think you understand how amazing this show is about to be. Can I give a brief reason why that's going to happen?
Yeah,
Can I explain it? It's going to be really simple. I'm on the show, you're on the show, and Dusty is on the show too today, so it is going to be the best show we have ever had before in history. Do you believe that?
I believe it.
Soul,
I know it. I know it.
I love it. Starting out with a Dusty.
Dusty, or just to start the show with the mad scientist. My veins just pulsate with the testosterone that is on this show right now. It just fires me up a little bit. You know what I mean? And the fact that you're wearing an elite shirt, that fires me up a little bit as well. So it's all good.
Did you see Kenny at Hard to Kill? At
Yes.
the pay-per-view? He had the Bullet Club shirt draped over the...
Listen, he made Moose look like the best wrestler on the planet. Moose is good, but Kenny just makes everybody awesome.
Oh, dude,
Bro,
that's so good.
I missed you this week. I'm not going to lie to you, man. There was so much happening in the world, so much happening with our new president-select that it has just been amazing to watch the selection of the puppet. It's exciting.
Yeah.
Because, like, everybody online that's been trying to troll me on TikTok or Clapper or whatever, they really think that Biden being put into office is bad for our business. They think that. It's actually the opposite.
Yep.
Sean Hannity and freaking Rush Limbaugh blew up during the Obama years.
Oh yeah.
I am excited for the Biden years for our show.
This is what Bobby the Bull just said, because Biden is red pilling his voting base faster than the two kings ever could. He's
so
like,
true.
well, I mean, I don't know about faster than the two kings ever could. That's a little,
Yeah.
whatever, but he is doing a good job. Thank you, Biden.
So, can we talk about a few talking points while we're here? Okay?
Absolutely.
A
Absolument.
few talking points that we got to circle back to, because this is episode 147. It's all about the circle back. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Just circle back. Circle back. I need you to circle back into that.
Yeah, we're to circle back. That's a great question that we'll circle back to. Now,
How Jen Psaki got her circle back.
you know what? Jen was horrible during the Obama years. You know what I mean? You remember? She was like she was part of that press corps too for Obama. You know what I mean? Oh, she was one of the people out in front. This was funny. People forget about her. She was one of the main proponents pushing if you like your doctor, you can keep your doctor. You remember those days?
Oh yeah.
That was a lie.
What?
So, what? Politicians lie? No way. But anyways,
the marketplace insurance is so expensive. It's ridiculous. For nothing.
Yeah, for nothing.
For no coverage, really.
Oh,
Hey, you want to spend $400 a month and have a $10,000 deductible? No, I don't want to do that at all.
Oh, too bad. You
not
have
one
to
day.
do it.
Yeah.
Not one day. So you're charging me, and I still got to go $10,000.
Yeah.
American,
you're not
man.
even covering me. Ridiculous.
Guys, before I get into this, I have to say this. This is the greatest show that has ever existed. It's Plausible Foolishness. We are live on twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. We're streaming live right now on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Clapper right now. So welcome, Clapper family. A little clapper for you.
Woo.
Welcome to Plausible Foolishness. This is the long-form best podcast that has ever existed in the series of podcasts. I'm sorry. We're better than Joe Rogan.
Oh yeah.
We're better than, just kidding. Joe Rogan's phenomenal. I'm not gonna go that.
No, but in a few years, people are gonna be like, Joe who?
Yeah, a few years they'll be like Joe Rogan. They'll be like Strong One, freaking the mad scientist, Dusty. What else would I listen to? Where else would I go to get the information, the infotainment that's going on? But if you really want to check us out, if you're watching on one of the platforms, if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, we love you. But head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. That's our best medium. If you're a clapper right now, head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you really, really, really like us, and join the Rube Empire. We are your two kings, and we are magnanimous kings. We are gracious kings. We are dominant kings. But
there's no taxes in the Rube Empire.
There's zero taxes. Zero taxes.
All of your taxes are 100% voluntary, and we welcome them.
100%.
We welcome them, but they're still voluntary.
If you're checking us out on Clapper, this is the first time I put my live feed on my show, or our show, Plausible Foolishness. So head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. That's twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Now, before we get into the madness, we got to talk to all the regulars, all the people out there, the people that love us, that follow us all the time. Deep State, Bobby the Bulls, all the great ones that follow
Tree
us.
Climber.
Huh?
Tree Climber, that one USMC veteran guy.
All of you.
All you guys.
All of our
Bennis,
hardcore,
Kevin, whatever.
yes, all of our hardcore followers, do us a huge favor. You have taken care of us beyond measure monetarily, okay? We're not going to beg for your money, but what we would beg for is push our information out to other people. We're in talks with some things that will possibly grow this a little bit more, but what's going to help us out is share this content. If you like The Strong One, if you like The Mad Scientist, if you can stomach Dusty, make sure you share us all over these platforms. Make sure you share this content. And
like our videos on all three platforms.
Yes.
Subscribe on YouTube and Facebook, and as much as Facebook is dead, it's available. Might as well have a presence there.
Might as well take that over.
Yeah. And then because all of that helps us, especially like likes and stuff. That helps us show up in other people's feeds, and then maybe they want to check us out.
Yep.
And Bobby the Bull said quality over quantity.
Hey,
and I say to him, I reject that binary. All right? I reject that binary, and I'm going a third way, which is quality and quantity.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I see these guys as like, our council around this, you know what I mean? So the round, the circle of the round.
They're the Knights of the Round.
Knights of the Round, exactly, man.
There you go.
But guys, thank you so much for following us every single week. We appreciate you. But make sure if you're checking us out live right now on Clapper, head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. That's twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you really like us. But check us out over there so you can see the full show and not just my ugly mug. You can see the sexiest bearded glasses combo man of all time with that elite shirt. And then you might see the right hand of the king, Dusty, over there at Plausible Foolishness. Now, let's circle back here, Matt. Let's get into this madness, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to everybody that listens to us on the streaming, on Spotify, and all that fun stuff like that. We love you over there, too, so we appreciate you. Sorry, I want to give a little love over there as well. But we are streaming on Spotify as well. So if you miss us in the live stream, you got us all week if you want to check us over on Spotify, too, as well. So, but Plausible Foolishness is the show. The fastest growing conservative podcast named Plausible Foolishness. So it's beautiful. We're just blowing up.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, man. I had to promo. I had to do the promo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We got to promo it up.
That's what this is about. I mean,
Plausible.
what these people don't know is that this is secretly a wrestling show.
You see?
Right? It's secretly a wrestling show.
It started as a wrestling show, but like nobody wanted wrestling, and then we started talking about politics, and then everybody was like, "Let's go get it done, man." So it's all good. But our show is called Plausible Foolishness at twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. They're asking over on Clapper. Sorry, brother. Just answering their question. Bro, let's circle back here.
Yeah, let's circle back.
Do you remember for 4 years we were told that Orange Man was a dictator?
I remember that question. I'm going to circle back around to that.
That's going to be the whole show.
Personally, okay?
That's a great question.
Yes, that's a great question. I want to circle around back to that a little bit later. No, go ahead. I do remember that.
For 4 years, we heard Donald Trump is a dictator, right? We heard that he's the next coming of Adolf Hitler, which is ironic because he killed... How many Jews did Trump kill?
There was that that
No.
no. But what about
None.
no?
None.
Or is his
What? None?
son-in-law? No.
No,
was it?
no. His daughter's actually married to a Jew, which is funny.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Remember, he's literally Hitler. Hitler, but his grandkids are Jewish.
Now, one could argue that maybe these people aren't bright enough to know the difference between literally and figuratively, but that's a lot of speculation.
Yeah, I've diagnosed that as liberal logic, but I mean, that's just, it is what it is, okay? So that being said, how many wars did Donald Trump start again?
My understanding is that it's exactly 0.
0, yeah. Still 0.
Zero?
Yeah.
He's
Not 1.
He's still,
But
so
he's
Trump killed no Jews, started no wars.
But he's a warmonger.
Maybe because he had the Hitler mustache. Did he have the Hitler mustache ever?
He was clean shaven. He's known for his hair, not his mustache.
Oh, weird.
Yeah.
So what exactly did Trump do that was just like Hitler? I'm very confused on this one.
Oh, it's easy.
Oh.
It's easy.
Okay.
He disagreed with the fascists in the Democratic Party.
Oh, time out. Hitler was a fascist. So if he disagrees with
That's
fascists,
it. You got a point there.
How is he a fascist?
Well, how's who a fascist? How is Trump a fascist?
Yeah, how's Trump a
No,
fascist?
he's not a fascist.
Oh.
Yeah, he's the exact opposite of a fascist. But see,
Oh.
fascists are somewhat intelligent in that they know to call others what they actually are, as a shield, as a screen.
Oh, so projection.
For their own misdoings.
Oh, how like liberals and Democrats do on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
why I called the people in the Democratic Party fascists.
Oh, because they are fascists, but their main group is Antifa, which is anti-fascist, but really is fat.
Well,
it's so confusing.
That's their new KKK.
Yeah, yeah, right. So that's confusing to me. So now I was told for 4 years that Donald Trump was literally Hitler, and he was a dictator. But what's weird is he never did any dictatorial actions, not one.
Yeah.
Do you guys remember when Seattle was taken over by Antifa? They started that city called CHOP. Is that what it's called?
Chaff.
No, it was Chaz, and it will always be Chaz.
Sorry,
You can try to
Chaz,
change it to Chop, but it's Chaz.
It's still Chaz. Okay. Normally, a dictator would send in the military to stop that, correct?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Kill them all. Kill them all.
I remember something called Tiananmen Square.
Tiananmen Square. Yeah, exactly, right? So, did Trump send in the tanks at Chaz, aka Chop?
No, he sure didn't. In fact,
No, that's true.
nothing was done until they got a little rowdy in the mayor's neighborhood.
Which we well documented here on Plausible Foolishness at twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. Check out some of our old episodes. Now, remember when Portland was rioting for 100 days? Oh, wait, they're still rioting, aren't they? Are they
Probably.
still?
Yeah.
They're still a little crazy right now. I saw in Tacoma, Washington, they're still, burning down, blah, 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 whatever. But Portland, Trump could have stepped in many times at Portland, even offered to help the city of Portland, which do dictators normally write letters and say, hey, I'm willing to help you? Do they usually do that?
No.
No.
Man, we are striking out on this dictator thing, man. It's so strange. Weird. Well, for 4 years, we were told orange man bad, orange man a dictator. Now, the algorithm, Dominion software, and, fraudulent Democrats have placed Biden into power now.
Sure.
He is now the presidential. And in the first 6 days, whoa, who we got?
Oh, yeah.
Who that dog?
Dusty just subscribed again. Resubscribed.
Oh.
8 months.
Jeez.
8 months
My
straight.
subscription was running low. I had to refill
Oh.
it.
And you can do that at
Funny
Twitch.
enough, he's only topped by Deep State, who has
Deep
2
State's
months
making
on
us
him.
look bad. Deep State's making us look like we're a controlled opposition right now, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Dusty, thank you so much, bro. Now, for some crazy reason, in the first 6 days of the administration, of the Biden administration, we've had a total, how many executive orders, decrees, we'll call them, dictatorial decrees, have manifest into the ether, into the what used to be the United States of America, which is now the United Banana Republic of America. What now? How many edicts have been going at in the first 6 days? Now we're over a certain number now today. I don't have the solid number, but I know what the first 6 days will look like. And guesses? Huh?
It was like I don't know. How many was that?
For Trump or for Biden? Are you asking?
For Biden, first
For Biden.
6 days.
Well, it would be like Obama, right? 5.
Yeah, Obama had 5. So
yeah, Obama had 5 in his first 6 days. Trump had 1 in his first 6 days.
It's like 5, right?
So the non-dictator who just dethroned the dictator.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
He would have none. He would have none, right?
His first 6 days, you would think the non-dictator that dethroned the dictator would have a big goose egg, but unfortunately, for liberal logic, he's had 37.
Dude, what?
37. 37.
it's a lot.
Now,
And my real question is, how many of them go beyond his purview as the leader of the executive branch? How many of them make laws, which is not his job?
Yeah.
Or interpret existing laws, which is not his job?
But Congress can't be busy making laws. I mean, that's not their job, right?
No.
Right?
What they need to do is create frameworks upon which unelected bureaucrats in alphabet agencies can then make laws. That's what they do.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
They're the facilitators for the lobbyists and, the
Yeah.
bureaucrats.
Yeah.
No, but they have a really pressing. They have to impeach the orange man that's already left the office. They have to impeach him. That's number one concern. So imagine if you're Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter racism is completely gone, right? That got saved. That completely is done now. Imagine if you were the people trying to get more stimulus money. That's of no concern whatsoever. Let's see. Congress is showing their true colors. They would rather poo-poo the orange man after they stole the election from him than do the job. And for all the people that are like, oh, clearly he got 80 million votes. No, he didn't. Let's stop pretending. Let's stop lying. Pedophile man did not get all those.
How many of those were Trump? They got switched.
I would say like 15% of them, easily.
You think 15?
Easily. I think at least 50% of those votes got switched in the Dominion bullcrap, just to be honest with you. Because you're already dealing with fuzzy numbers because we had 130 million registered voters before the election. Then magically the day of, that jumped up 20 million voters. Strange. Strange how that happens. Trump had 74 million of them, which in a 130 scenario, he would get the win. But magically, 20 million people got added. So I think a combination of just, those overnight ballots coming out from under the table and then algorithm, you're going to have the margin of victory, the quote unquote margin of victory that magically happened while we were all sleeping. But what I will say is this. So.
And it sickens me that they mention this all the time.
Yes.
Mark Dice this morning had a bit of a video that was, it was showing them saying that over and over again, mixed in with, pictures and reporters from the inauguration where they're like, the streets are empty and, all this stuff. Yeah. Like, there's just nobody there. But he was the most popular. He's the most
popular selected, sorry, I keep using the wrong words, selected puppet president you have ever seen in your entire life.
Yeah.
And yet nobody's there. Look
and
at
no
his
one's
inauguration. He had more troops surrounding the city, but he's not a dictator. than he did people in the audience.
That's weird.
But he's not a dictator. He only uses the troops to circle the city and control it.
Yeah.
But he's not a dictator.
To be fair, it's not really him. It's his cabinet around him. It's the people around him. They're the dictator. I mean, they're literally, the North Korean, top-end family, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we get it. But it's amazing how many dictatorial moves have already happened. We had walls surrounding. What happened? What happened?
Deep State had something to say. He said,
what we got, Deep State?
The legality of the executive orders can be evaluated by the Super Supreme Court of 30 additional justices to be sworn in shortly.
True.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That is a good
point.
point.
Deep State. Good point. But imagine saying for 4 years, someone's a dictator, and the guy that you selected to take over immediately puts up walls, which is weird because I thought walls didn't work either. That's kind of strange. And surround D.C. with 250,000 troops. And then in your first 6 days, you signed 37 executive orders. That seems a little dictatorial. Am I crazy for that, Dusty? Am I crazy thinking that?
No.
It's crazy. Because listen, I want to give Biden a fair shake. I want him to win. I want him to win. I want America to thrive.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
You know what the best way to do that is?
What's that?
For him not to do a single darn thing. Just do what he's good at, sleeping.
I know, but listen, man. He's not a dictator. He just, he just killed girls' sports. I mean, now here's the crazy thing. Now that's an interesting one. I just want to bring that up too while we're here. I just want you to think about so from the presidential executive part, the federal part of our government, he edicts that dudes that dress up like chicks can show up in girls' bathrooms. Think about that.
Or go into the army.
Or go into the army now, because the transgender, that's another executive.
Yep.
Right? So now, man, this is gonna get us kicked off of YouTube. But what do you call someone who truly believes there's something they're not? Like, for example, I'm just spitballing, but let's just say that Matt goes crazy. I wouldn't say crazy because that's a bad, negative word. But Matt decides that he's no longer the mad scientist, but he is a pretty flamingo. Now, he's got the long, sexy legs to pull it off. Okay, he's sitting there. He puts on the flamingo outfit. Whoa! Who we got?
Ah, sweet. JBN just gifted a tier 1 sub.
Thanks, JBN.
So, thank you for the gift, JBN. We appreciate you being here every week. You're the man.
JBN over at twitch.tv/Plausible Foolishness. Thank you so much for the love, brother. But think about this. You're a big man in a flamingo outfit, right? Are you biologically a flamingo?
Well, no, but sex is biological, and gender, that's a different thing because I said so.
Okay. So if you go about your day and pretend to be a flamingo and tell people that you're a flamingo, I have to concede that you're a flamingo?
Well, yes.
Yes. Otherwise, you're speciesist.
Yeah.
Now, 20 years ago, we would have called that a mental disorder. True or false?
Try less than 8 years ago.
Oh, sorry. 8 years ago, we would have said that is a mental disorder.
Yes.
For you to go about your life pretending you're something you're not. But now, I don't know if you saw the newest assistant health secretary by any chance.
Yeah, I did.
Did we talk about her? Did we talk about Shim last week?
We did a little bit, but nothing.
Okay, yeah. Well, did you see that Shim wants to label anyone that does hostile misgendering with a mental disorder? Did we talk about that last week?
Yes.
Okay.
I did. We didn't talk about that, but I did see that.
Yeah, so this week.
How the turntables have turned.
Oh, how the turntables have turned. It's an office, right? Office.
Yeah.
Right? So the guy with a registered mental disorder is now going to tell you that you have a mental disorder
for not agreeing with him.
For not agreeing with him. Is that more that projection we're talking about with the left?
Oh yeah.
Liberal logic. So think about this. Biden allows cats with mental disorders to fight alongside our sons and daughters. Oh my goodness, I use gender words in war.
Because that always works out so well.
Because the number one thing that we need to know is whether Jacob is Jessica or Jacob when we're shooting bullets at enemies of the country.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's definitely the most important thing.
Because we absolutely need a dude to dress up like a chick to go into a women's bathroom where my daughters are going to be.
Yeah, no, we don't. We don't need that.
And
plus, because it's so arbitrary, it's not just the person who has this particular inclination. It's the people with other more vile inclinations who can now
abuse it,
do and say whatever they want, and abuse that privilege.
What's to stop me from going to prison and saying, "Oh, I'm a woman"?
Yeah. Yeah. So let's think this through. Let's just think this through. What are the lasting ramifications of this edict? Because let's get real, Congress is not going to actually defend. They're not going to come against this. Don't pretend it's a law.
No. They're an omnibus spending council.
Yeah.
That's all they are anymore. All the laws come from the presidency.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Even not how it's
and the bureaucracy. Don't forget them.
And the bureaucracy.
Yes. Yeah.
So while we're worried about,
and the courts
and the Supreme Court.
Yeah, and the courts.
Yeah.
And the lobbyists.
Oh yeah, the lobbyists.
I got a good question about
Subscribed again. Thank you for the 4 months.
Jeez, man. Jeez.
So that was his subscription, and then he gifted one before that.
Nice.
I got a good question from Clapper Boys. Would a transgender male in the Army need to meet male PT requirements? See?
Better.
Who knows?
They better.
What do we do?
Who knows? They could. The thing is that they could meet those requirements because, as we know, in the professional sports arena, or even the amateur sports arena, a lot of the strength and durability and density stays, despite whatever nonsense you're injecting into your body.
Or if you've cut your balls off, or
Yeah, all of that. All of that.
Yeah, so it's because your frame's already developed and your muscle mass is already there.
What was who's this MMA fighter? He didn't he just crack somebody's skull?
Yeah, he broke a woman's skull. I don't know what Shim's name is, but literally broke a woman's skull.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Now, and I say this as a father of daughters. I've got 3 of them, right? So reality of the situation is women's lib, women's
What is
rights.
a woman?
What's a woman now?
Yeah, well, I love the meme talking about Kamala Harris being the first female vice president. It's too bad we don't use gendered words anymore, so nobody will know.
I roasted a comedian, or a quote unquote comedian out in LA over that. It was so funny. He's like, well, I mean, Democrats don't not recognize gender. I mean, they recognize all genders. I'm like, wait a minute, did you not read what your House of Representatives put out there? They want to get rid of any label that is male or female. So you can't recognize Kamala as the first vice president select because she's not a female, right?
There's no such thing.
History.
Men and women are exactly the same in all ways, shape, and form.
Unless it's inconvenient. But, whatever. No big deal. But this is the madness that the puppet did. Now, to be fair, okay? To be fair. Biden doesn't know what he's signing. Yeah, to be fair.
Well, they're blank pieces of paper.
They're just
that was debunked. But
No. Yeah, what's going on here? Somebody did add an audio clip of that. But let's get honest with ourselves. Why that's so funny is because it's true. Does he really understand what he's signing?
Absolutely not.
Do you honestly think the guy that cannot remember what Psalms is, the palmist, do you think he knows what's on the paper that he's signing?
Well, he still thinks that
not.
600 million vaccinations will cover 300 people.
Well, how many times did he say that President Harris is her administration is going to make? Does he even know that he's president, or does he think he's running for vice president again under female Obama?
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
Get over here.
Obama-Harris, the Obama-Harris administration will.
Yeah, the Obama. Whoa, shoot! Did I say that a lot?
Donald Trump is the best president. I mean,
Hey man, it's just amazing that an articulate black man. Come on, man. It's amazing that an articulate black man could become president. You know.
Oh yeah.
That's a direct quote from him. By the way.
Good-looking, articulate
black man.
Black man.
Ooh, not a good look. Now, here's the reality. So now we've literally started to erode the concept of gender. So much for the Women's March. Does that exist anymore then? Would there be a Women's March?
How can it?
That's true. You know, whatever. That's another thought that I had. So now we go to other executive orders, which are fun.
I mean, well, here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
This goes back to the concept of tactical illogic. Yeah, they can have a women's march. It doesn't matter that it's completely irrational to their expressed beliefs and desires.
Sure.
As long as it serves a purpose. So
sure.
It doesn't matter that they've made the word woman mean exactly nothing. As long as it's still a useful tool, yeah, they'll do a women's march. And they'll have men dressed up as women and call them women all day at that march. And think themselves amazing people for it.
Yep.
And anybody who just even remotely disagrees is an evil, bigoted hater.
Yeah, unbelievable. But yeah, so for those fathers that have daughters, you don't have those anymore apparently. So it's a whole brave new world. Okay.
Circling back to that.
Fathers... Hey, more fun executive orders, Dusty. Oh. Even more fun executive orders.
We're circling back to the orders.
Yeah. Let me circle back. Let me just circle back. We'll circle back real quick. Circle back because it's a great question, but I'll just circle back to it. So much for that Keystone Pipeline, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, this is the man cares about the American worker. Okay. He cares about the American worker.
So much so, he employs them.
This reminds me of Tommy Boy.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What was that character's name?
Which one?
It was I can't even remember the actor's name. One of the Blues Brothers. Chris Farley's Tommy Boy. It was the guy who runs the
Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd's character. Yes.
Yeah.
Because I'm such and such, and I care about the American worker.
Yeah, I mean.
No, you don't.
No, you don't.
Yeah, not even close. So you think about this. In one fell swoop, he ended 50,000? Was it 50,000 or 5,000 jobs? I can't remember.
It was 50,000.
It's actually 70,000 if you add in the wall and the Keystone Pipeline and a couple of others. Yeah. It's probably somewhere around.
But Keystone, I think Keystone was day one.
Yeah, that was.
And so they're saying day one, 50,000 jobs lost.
Yeah.
Lost, which is amazing because did you know the average? Go ahead.
Well, did you hear what they said today? Living Candle Man, John Kerry.
Yeah.
Melting Face, John Kerry. Said that why don't those oil workers
Learn to code?
No, it wasn't Learn to Code, but I can't remember what industry it was. But basically, he pulled they should learn to code.
Yeah.
Deal. Oh, dang it. It was... Give me a second. I'm going to find it right now.
You know, that must be nice because John Kerry's married to the Heinz ketchup lady, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Kerry tells laid off oil workers, make solar panels instead. There you go. Learn to code. Make solar panels.
Because that.
Let's wait for our turn to tell people. The next government shutdown, we'll tell them to make solar panels so we can get kicked off Twitter and stuff.
I'm shocked that he wasn't president. I'm so shocked that he never became president. Weird. Jeez, skull and bones. Anyways,
what were you going to say, Dusty?
I was just going to ask, for the Keystone Pipeline, the XL Keystone Pipeline, how much fuel does it take to get a truck to travel the same distance as the pipe to travel the same distance?
Does
anyone answer that?
Okay. That sounds like you want energy independence in America, and as we all know, that's hateful and bigoted.
What?
Because clearly you don't care about minorities, which are negatively and disproportionately impacted by climate change, as we all know.
I think they're more impacted by the $5 a gallon that gas is going to be in the next year because of our need to purchase.
You would
oil
think
from
that,
companies.
but the added heat
like
from the carbon is going to cause more riots, like it did this summer. Okay.
But we need more electric cars that we don't have the rare earth elements to build.
And I understand that what was it? Nancy Pelosi invested $1 million into Tesla.
Oh, that's weird.
So look forward to another executive order. Putting money into that. I recommend we all invest in Tesla right now.
Oh my gosh.
Which is funny. Just moved to Texas?
Right? And what's the power source for the electric that goes in those cars again?
Coal.
Coal? Nuclear and coal. Okay, just checking. Way better for the environment. Way better.
Well, nuclear actually is, but...
Nuclear actually is. Take it back.
Out of all the options, nuclear literally is the cleanest option.
Yeah. Because even solar is producing dead solar... Like, in the next, 5 to 10 years, we're going to have so many solar panels that don't work anymore. It's going to, rival...
Computers.
Yeah, it's going to be in landfills.
No, listen, man. I mean, but we're helping the environment.
Sure.
The landfills.
Yeah,
but anyways,
chemicals in solar panels that could leach into our water supply or anything like that.
There's
we're not thinking about that.
Mercury in it.
Listen, Aaron Brockovich, chill out, okay? We're not worried about the water, okay? We're not worried about that, all right?
Well, but we are when it comes to, again, oil production in the form of fracking.
And land conservation. Don't forget about land conservation.
So we understand the cause and effect, right? So you kill energy independence, the gas prices go up, okay? Cause and effect, right?
But you just need to buy a hybrid.
That still needs gas.
Oh, well, you find then an electric car.
Well, yeah, but then that produces batteries that are a big problem for the environment.
Yeah.
On both ends of it, creating and disposing.
Imagine a fuel source that just burned up and didn't create that. But,
yeah.
Fossil fuels. Anyways, my point is this.
If only there was something that put, what plants need to survive into the air. That would...
Because it only makes sense
that would almost be good for us.
Plants to grow to produce more oxygen. But we won't talk about science, okay?
No.
Science is wrong. Now, that being said, you know what the average median job you know what the pay for these jobs are that are getting killed?
Pretty good, right?
70 to 80 grand.
I'll take that job.
Yeah, me too.
So 50,000 workers, you're chopping their pay, which is kind of dumb because you're getting their tax money anyways. But that's whatever. No big deal. We're not worried about that, right? But you're chopping guys' or girls' ability to make a really good living.
but they're not dependent on the government. So now they are. So now they're good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's disgusting. That's disgusting. So explain that to the families, because let's get real. Some of those guys are married. Probably most of those guys are married to have kids.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Explain that to their families. Well, we wanted to save the environment, so you have to starve now. You have to go without now because we want to save the environment. As we murder children, 600,000 a year, as we, bomb the crap in the Middle East, which is about to start happening, and as we pretty much do the New World Order globalist game plan. But screw you now. That's amazing to me. That is an amazing thought process to me. And here's the most amazing thing of the whole situation. Not only the fact that gas is going to go up, not the fact that we're going to lose energy independence, not the fact that we're killing incredibly well-paying jobs that, thank you, Donald Trump, for making.
Well, he's going to make a bunch of well-paying jobs because they're going to be $15 an hour.
Yeah, that's historically never worked. That always kills business. Ask Seattle how that
It always kills
out.
business. It always makes the prices of our goods go up. It inflates the dollar.
Is that why the West Coast is so expensive? Because everybody's $15 an hour? Is that why it's so expensive and nobody wants to live there anymore?
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah.
You know what's the most amazing thing about that executive order with the Keystone Pipeline? We pissed off Canada.
Really pissed them off.
Like, Canada, Iran shoots one of their passenger planes down, killing like 200 plus people. And Justin Trudeau literally said, it was an unfortunate event for Canada. So think about that. Your people get attacked by Iran, and you just say it's an unfortunate event. You take away jobs from Canadians and production from Canada, that riles them up. Now, to be fair, you've got to steal a Canadian line here. To be fair, all right? How do you piss off a Canadian? If a terrorist attack doesn't piss them off, somehow you've managed to piss off Canadians in one bench truck. Unbelievable to me.
At least they didn't cancel hockey.
Yeah.
But think about that. Like, Justin Trudeau, Mr. Blackface himself, isn't so mad about a terrorist attack, but he's pissed when money and revenue is leaving his country.
Go figure.
Only to the tune of billions of dollars.
Those globalist leaders, gosh, I love them so much. They care deeply about us. But anyways, that was just an interesting one. Was another executive order. Oh, abortions are back in foreign countries for foreign aid. Because, with Trump, when he would get foreign aid or anything like that, there was a state like we weren't going to make people kill their babies because I can't think of a net positive reason to kill babies. Can you guys think of one?
For the country or for the individual?
I think for either one.
Well, for the individual, research, right? So you can go out and party all day long if you want.
Oh, you can go have more sex.
I don't want my daughters to be burdened with a baby.
Screw responsibility and life.
No, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So we're back in the business, kids. So we went from a president who marched to save lives to the president who wants them all the time. But remember, Trump's a dictator.
You gotta feed Moloch.
I mean,
gotta feed Moloch.
Gotta fuel Moloch.
We went 4 years without it, and look what happened. Pandemics.
Yeah, Trump was Handmaid's Tale. But Biden goes in, kills jobs, and kills babies. Totally okay.
Yep.
He's the savior.
Totally okay.
Yep.
So circling back, circle back. Those are some of the highlights of the executive orders. This is just the first 7 days, boys, of this administration.
It's going to be a wild ride. Mr. Biden's wild ride.
And this is what's funny is Trump's administration was pretty smooth, whatever. The chaos was created by the media.
Yeah,
the storm
100%.
was created in the story around it. Because you got to think about it. Trump doesn't go after anybody, doesn't go into any wars, tries to save lives, tries to add to the economy, which it did, adds jobs, net positives, all of the normal, reliable markers for a thriving country.
Peace in the Middle East, which...
Peace, yeah, exactly. 4 peace agreements in the Middle East.
And then North Korea.
Exactly. North Korea, we're chilling them out. I mean, it's unbelievable. But
had China actually like working with us to a certain extent?
Yeah. That, if we take away the media, that's a pretty darn positive presidency. Probably one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But the media created this turmoil and blah, blah, blah. But now you've got a guy killing jobs day one, inflating our dollar day one, making things more expensive day one, literally advocating for children day one, and crickets. Absolute crickets. Think about that.
Oh, yeah.
And what makes this even more obvious and worse, in my opinion, 2 things. One, Trump's not even in office, and the Congress's main focus is still to impeach the guy. Think about that.
He's now a private citizen, technically.
Yeah.
Yes.
How do you impeach a private citizen?
50,000 lost jobs day one. And what is Congress doing about it? They're walking articles of impeachment over to the Senate.
Unreal.
It's a clown show.
If that doesn't show you... But you're right. It's a clown show. If that doesn't... Go ahead.
Well, it's like pathetic. It's a pathetic theater that doesn't know what its audience wants to see.
Yes.
You know? Has no clue. So they think they're putting out great content. Oh, people are gonna love this. We're gonna march these articles over to the Senate, which is what they do. But like, this is gonna be our focus. They're gonna love it. And everybody's like, "What the hell are you doing?" I just lost my job because of this dementia patient's executive order, and 50,000 of my brothers over here lost their job.
Yep.
And this is what you're doing, and and sisters.
But think about this, right?
No, so in the oil industry, the men are men, the women are men, the children are men.
I thought that was dwarves.
What's that? No, that's actually that's Dr. Cox from Scrubs.
Okay. Now let's think about this. So you hit on the point right there, Matt. So political theater is the most important thing. So we've got that happening. And did anybody catch the amount of masks we have to wear now to flatten the curve? Remember flatten the curve a year ago? It was like almost a year.
It's like one mask, right?
No.
It's one mask.
No.
Well, so then it can't be more than 2.
No, 3 masks.
3 masks
have a 90% increase in effectiveness.
How are you supposed to breathe through that?
Well, I mean, that's why it's 90% more effective. Because you can't breathe. If you can't breathe, it can't get inside you.
Dusty.
Think, Dusty. Damn it.
Dusty, your life is irrelevant.
A little heated there. I apologize.
Unless you are a cis or a transgender, polygender, liberal arts student.
How do you know I'm not?
Your life doesn't matter, Dusty. It doesn't matter.
Ask.
But triple masks for the guy who didn't wear a mask after he wrote an executive order to wear a mask on federal property.
Right after. Like same day.
Yeah, same day. It wasn't even like 2 hours.
That just goes to your point that he doesn't know what he's signing.
He doesn't know. And that's why the name of the show is called Circle Back, because now we have Jen, what's her last name?
Jen Psaki.
Jen Psaki. Jen Kami. I don't know if you've seen the picture of her with the comment exact. It was Jen Kami.
Oh, yeah.
When presented just basic questions about what is happening with the 37 executive orders that have passed, she can't seem to answer a single question. And it's not just once or twice. The girl's been in the position that she's been in. She's had the job for 7 days. And they already have a freaking video compilation of her saying this a bunch of time to relevant questions. And then when pressed on tough things, you know what her other besides circle back? Oh, we have bigger issues to worry about than that. Have you heard that?
And then and the media goes,
Oh,
okay.
All right. We have bigger issues.
You're absolutely right.
Better story.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
You guys have better things to worry about. Do you think that would have flown? Would that even have happened in the Trump administration?
No.
Oh, God, no.
They would have said something like, that's a dumb question. Next question.
Yeah. Do you think that was it Kaylee what's her name?
Kaylee McEnany.
You think Kaylee McEnany would get that luxury?
I
Well, that's a great
believe,
question.
I believe the answer is
If you're not
Thank you,
hearing
Minstrel.
that song,
That was
that was poignant,
Yes.
right to the point. Listen, if you're on Clapper right now and you're not hearing that music, that glorious, melodious "Hell No" song, you gotta head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. Head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness.
I can't wait.
Check out the live feed.
I can't wait till this show blows up big enough that we can have the Roots in house and they can play that when the time comes.
See, the thing is, I love Jimmy Fallon, but he's such a puppet now too. But
Oh, for sure.
he tried to be down the middle, but they just wouldn't let him. But when you don't have balls, you're hilarious and not manly. But anyways, now with that being said, you got to go to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. You want to check out the whole show, see my sexy face and see this guy's sexy face. You got to check out the sexiest guy ever on the planet, the mad scientist, and hear the melodious voice of Dusty all day long. Now, circling back, it's such an easy come. It's such an easy just rolls.
This is Segway Palooza.
yeah.
Triple masks now, boys.
Triple masks.
Triple masks. Because masks worked so well the first time.
So did lockdowns.
Well, but isn't this an
Lockdowns
admission?
work so
Isn't this an admission that masks didn't work the first time? Because we need more of them.
What?
We need more of them so that they're 90% more effective.
I'm going to make a very, very just simple analogy here for our viewing audience, okay? Square peg, round hole. You can keep shoving it in there, but it's not going to work.
See, what we need
Period.
is pillow masks. So they're nice and thick, and you can sleep on them. Once
I
in
know
a
somebody
while,
who could do
just
that.
Not breathe.
I know somebody who could do that. Mike Lindell.
Oh,
The
yeah.
My Pillow mask.
The
don't
My
speak
Pillow
of it.
mask. Ooh,
We don't
Oh
speak
my
of
gosh,
it.
those
yeah,
are
you're
some
right.
nice pillows.
He's persona non grata. So
Yes.
yeah, we should. I'm sorry. Please
Mike-
forgive me, Democrat overlords. Don't cancel me.
Mike Lindell. What?
Thank you for the subscription. That's 3 months. Currently on a 3-month streak. Woo!
3 months.
CEO
And I'm pretty
Lane.
sure that CEO of Lame is formerly Budley Allen.
I like the CEO of Lambda. But yeah, listen, if you want to subscribe, you got to head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. You got to check out the main show. If you're over here on Clapper, that's cool. But you got to head over to twitch.tv/plausiblepoolishness. That's where the main show is, man. You can see everything. But now, boys, circling back.
Circle back. Hold on 1 second. Circle back.
Circle
Right,
back.
and-
Circle back.
Yowie, wowie.
Now,
There's
Dusty Joe gifting another sub.
Hey,
Oh my
I
God,
can't be
Dusty.
beat here. I have
Apparently-
a reputation. To
Apparently, the right hand of the Kings is meant for dishing out that money.
Yowie, wowie. So, boys, here's what's amazing, man, is lost in all of this shuffle of triple masking. Do you remember how every corona death was attributed to Orange Man?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. Like 200.
it was blood on his
There was
hands.
blood dripping off of his hands.
Now, what's funny is, yeah, we get it, the numbers are completely inflated and bullcrap. Yes, we get it, the flu, the cold, cancer, AIDS, all of that has disappeared, by the way.
They were cured. They were cured.
Fun fact, look this up and please fact check me on this. There's no reported AIDS deaths at all anymore. That's gone.
Oh, wow. We did it,
So
folks. You did it, you crazy son of a...
You crazy son of a bee. Like,
it only took 40 years, but we did it.
We did it.
Guess the red campaign is not going to happen this year.
Yeah. AIDS.
Well, maybe it's still a problem in Africa. I don't know.
Maybe in Africa. But then again, in Africa, they actually doubted the Corona protocol. Remember, the president
was it Tanzania?
Tanzanian president called bullcrap on the testing from day one, which we should have done. But what's funny they're not talking about Corona deaths in Africa.
Oh, yeah.
Strange.
Didn't CNN have a counter every day, all day? And that's gone. Day one.
That's gone.
Day one.
That's gone.
Maybe that was one of the 37 executive orders.
Well, you guys got to think about it this way. Like, Corona did to flu what Biden did to racism, right? Biden got rid of racism. Corona got rid of the flu. It's just an amazing symbiotic relationship that's happening right now. It's an amazing world that we live in right now. So, but circling back, I mean, how quickly everything just switched, right? The media just is chill now. They're just chilled out. They're not virulently attacking the president of the United States right now, the president-elect of the United States. They're not attacking the press secretary. They just forgot about Corona. They forgot about it. It doesn't exist anymore.
Well,
racism.
Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, all of these things.
Yeah.
Racism. And even what's funny is the newest Patriot Act that they were trying to pull off, it kind of lost steam too because, nobody attacked the Capitol. It was weird. It's like a small group of people, Antifa got hijacked a peaceful protest, and they were hoping to God that people were dumb to fall for it again, and they didn't.
Mm-hmm. Antifa and or professional instigators.
Yeah.
Yes.
The ones that got hired, you mean?
Probably.
Yeah.
What's up, Patriots? Chilling in the room. I'm escorted by security. This is pretty awesome, right?
How
got my furs on. I got my tats.
How ridiculous is that video?
My face painting.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about
it's infuriating.
Well, this
was the most atrocious attack. It's an act of sedition. Have you seen the news articles about the kids who are thank you for the follow, Connor. Connor Hockett 7. Welcome to the Rube Empire. We're your kings. We're your magnanimous kings. Join the citizenry. Feel free to pay your taxes if you want to. It's voluntary. Welcome.
It's like the lottery. You choose to play.
Yes.
You choose to play. But, think about this. Like,
the kids turning in their parents to, for the, to the FBI and stuff. And then they're opening up. So they're not only are there little commie punks ratting on their parents. I thought snitches got stitches. I thought that was like a cultural thing that we understood. Right?
Not in communist countries.
Yeah. No, yeah, not in cultural revolution in countries,
Not the Soviet Revolution.
So you got these little commie punks turning in their parents. The parents are getting arrested, and now are charged with sedition, and incitements of violence or whatever for for I don't know.
The indoctrination
for the riots, for the Capitol riots.
For just going there.
Yeah, for just being there.
Just being there. Not even doing it. Just being there is a capital crime.
Yep.
Listen.
And then these people open up GoFundMes. These kids. And like one kid made like $140,000. Because he wasn't sure if he was going to be allowed to stay in his house after turning his dad in.
Isn't this the communist playbook?
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Well, how do you destroy the nuclear family?
I think
Throw
that's
money
page
at
7.
it? Indoctrinate the children, enrage the parents, then throw money at the children.
Yep. Whew, it's gonna be fun, guys. It's gonna be a fun ride. It's just gonna be fun.
Money that's going to be worth nothing in a few years. So invest in Bitcoin.
About 10 minutes.
Yeah, right.
Just wait about 10 minutes. It's not going to be worth a thing. Bitcoin will.
Yeah.
And
I bought some.
Foolishness will.
I bought some. CEO of Lame, you're right. Jesus is still king.
Amen.
100%.
Always will be.
100%.
Amen. Testify.
And he doesn't deal in fiat currency. His riches aren't stored in banks.
Boys, yeah. So here's the thing, and we got to wrap the show up because.
Well, I want to talk about one more thing before we leave. We got to talk about GameStop.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a good way to place it.
Circle back to that. Circle back.
Yeah, we're gonna circle back to GameStop.
Circle back. Circle back, boys.
Yeah, that was a great segue into the end, but I want to circle back to GameStop. Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Ray, we lost you. There we go. He's back.
The Overlords kicked me off, bro.
They didn't want us circling back. They didn't want it.
They didn't want us
really
running.
don't want us
Too many circles. They're about triangles.
You know what's funny?
Not circle.
The Overlords are okay with us ripping down their puppet, but when we start talking to their god, the stock market, man, they don't like us.
Mammon?
They don't like us very much.
When we start talking about Mammon?
Mammon? Yeah. Exactly.
Bobby the Bull says, Deep State, watch your temper.
Deep State did that. He kicked me off, man.
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you do that to me, Deep State?
I don't know.
What's that all about, bro?
I don't know. He didn't like the topic. So tell me about what happened with GameStop.
Dusty, give me the rundown, bro. You're better at it than me.
Okay, so from what I can piece together, and a lot of this is, some of this is conjecture, some of this I've kind of taken from a couple of places to kind of make a story work. I'm hoping tomorrow comes out with a little bit more concise story, but apparently there was a bunch of corporations looking to buy up stock to tank GameStop.
So futures?
Yeah, they were buying
Yes.
futures of GameStop to tank them, to pretty much bankrupt the company, and
or knowing that it was going to plummet, and they wanted to make a ton of money off of it.
Correct.
That's what hedge funds do, right?
Yes.
Hedge funds bank on things going bad, and then make money off of it. So, right?
Yes. So they were betting against GameStop. They wanted GameStop's demise. Yes.
And somebody on Reddit found out what was going on, put out a call to action, which was, hey, what if we dumped all of our money, all of us private people, all of us people that like GameStop, into GameStop stocks and screwed over all these hedge funds? And GameStop stock, which started at $18 this morning, ended up topping out at $390 a share.
Bro.
In a few hours.
It's amazing.
Costing them billions.
Hell yeah.
Amen.
Yeah. That's all I got to say. This is what we should be doing. Yeah, for sure. Also, I think Mando has something to say about this.
Yes.
He has something to say.
This is the way.
Yeah, this is the way. This is the way. We thought it was voting, right? We thought voting was the way to do this.
Voting.
Then we thought, okay, well, voting didn't work, so let's protest. Protesting is the way. No.
Protesting, they'll just put Antifa in our group and they try to blame us for it.
Yep.
That's what happens.
Protest. No. This right here, this Reddit user has now shown us the way.
This is the way.
Amen.
Um,
Amen.
we should be following. We should be following all these major players, and whenever they go do anything like that puts them in a vulnerable position, we should do everything that we can to exploit that financial vulnerability,
Amen.
costing them billions.
And the funny thing is, people that were investing in this made a ton of money.
Oh, for sure.
They did.
For sure.
They did.
We need to. They don't care about our. They took our vote. They don't care about our protest. They don't care about our voice. The only thing they ever have cared about was their wealth and power.
Yep.
Trump affected their power and probably a little bit of their wealth, but I think they mostly saw that their power was at stake, but they still had all their money.
Yep.
They still had all their money, and they used it to do what I said they had done to us before. We need to take their money. And I don't mean take it and redistribute it, through socialism. We need to play their own game.
Yep.
They think that they can do whatever they want, and so they see they find out that a company's going bad, which is probably insider information. And then they or maybe it's just they looked at the financials, and then they and then these scumbags like Facebook, and frankly Walmart's in bed with China.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Sure, we love their cheap prices, but it's because of their relationship with a communist dictatorship that is doing everything it can to destroy America. Walmart isn't about America's longevity. It's about their money. We needed to take their money.
In a legal way.
Illegally, yeah. But they showed us the way. They put themselves in these vulnerable positions, thinking that they're going to score a quick $1 billion, and then we take billions from them.
This is the way.
I agree. I'm getting better at stocks, but man, I love, the job I'm at now. We talk about it every single day, and they were talking about this yesterday, and they're like, "Holy crap!" Because one of the guys on there had GameStop stock. He bought it at 10, and it's trading at 3. Whatever. What's up? What happened?
No, I'm laughing the fact that he probably just made a cool $1,000.
He made. I think he said he had 10 shares of GameStop at $100 worth. So whatever that is. So from 100 to 3, whatever. Now the thing is he pulled his money out when it got to like 3.15 or something like that.
Smart.
But still, you think about that investment. You invest $10 per share, you get back $315. That's a decent chunk of change for what you're doing, right? Mm-hmm. So I love it. I love it because the thing is every possible way that we really can dissent, they have a control avenue for that. Like, think about it. Like, our most powerful thing right now that we can do is tell the truth through online, right? But they have a monopoly online. I mean, it's not necessarily the internet they have a monopoly on, but they have the platforms monopolized. Facebook's, Twitter's, all that stuff like that, YouTube, all that stuff. So we've had to kind of force ourselves to make alternate places, right? That's why Clapper showed up. That's why the Parler showed up, which, once the Parler shows back up, Rumble, Gab, Weemy. I heard Weemy is just as bad as Facebook, so it's kind of not really an alternative.
Mm-hmm. Telegram.
Telegram.
I've heard Telegram is good.
Yeah, but I haven't figured out Telegram yet because it's not. But Telegram is just a communication platform.
Yeah, but
correct?
You can follow people. Like, you can have people follow you on Telegram, and it's kind of like a Discord,
Okay.
So
gotcha.
Like it's like a text group, but like you can have like for instance Anna Paulina Luna, she ran for Congress in Florida, I think in like the Tampa area, or Bradenton, Sarasota, I'm not sure. But
Golf Coast is the same.
yeah,
It's all the same.
and she just announced that she's on Telegram, and you can join.
Nice.
You can follow her, and so she can put out messages, and we can all
Yeah.
receive it, and possibly even converse with her.
Well, I like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Telegram. I just haven't used it. I'll be honest with you. I'm still I'm trying to take over Clapper.
Mhm.
I'm trying to dunk on TikTok right now.
I think Minds is like I've jumped back into Minds. I haven't like posted anything, but I've been following it, and it's less, the Vietnamese hookers,
Hookers,
and
yeah.
and more like like what Parler was and Twitter,
Okay.
So
I just couldn't hang with that, man. That was my only beef on Minds. I'm like, it's all Vietnam hookers. Like, I don't want to I don't want to be on this, man. But no, I feel you, man. Like, but no, I mean that. But think about so they've kind of taken over the major platforms, so that's forced us to go their ways. Well, if you're going to destroy your money, well, then I'm going to destroy your money back. It's really simple. I will bet against your hedge funds and try to dominate you that way. You know what I mean? And the funny thing is
all we have to do is watch for when they do these things.
Yep.
And then do
whatever it is.
Yeah. And then mess them up. And then
But
they'll be more wary of doing those things.
Yes.
And that'll cost them in the long run too, because this is how they make billions.
Yes. Like think about this too. What does it say about New York now that information even leaked out? Think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Because that used to be a very tightly guarded world secret. But when you've got politicians like Cuomo and idiots like de Blasio ruining where you live, you almost want to retaliate. That's almost a beautiful way of retaliation. It's like the what's that? The Project Veritas guys, right? Yeah. Project Veritas always finds employees that are like, "What are these jackasses doing? I've got to expose this," and they expose the truth about what's going on. And I think that honest to God, like, easiest way to topple this without firing a bullet is, eroding this from the inside, like eroding this power from the inside. And I don't know if it's ever going to happen from the ballot again. I'll be honest with you. I'm still dejected and jaded from the system, because I think the system is it's the Matrix. You can change the code, but it's still the Matrix, no matter how you play it. And that's what I've been seeing lately. We got to go to alternative platforms, but the danger, the danger is it becomes an echo chamber. You do want discord. You want other alternate ideas, but that's going to kind of eventually divide us into, well, this is a blue state app and this is a red state. Does that make sense? Like, I kind of see that happening. But things like this, it's really, it's hard to, taking out their money is fun. I'm not going to lie to you. That is a hilarious idea. And I really wish I would have invested in GameStop.
The only thing that's almost as funny as that happened this week was what Trump did.
What did he do?
He created the house of the former president of the United States.
Or the office of
the office of the former president of the United States.
But you know what? That's actually that's not a first. Like, it's been done before. But this time at least it enrages the left people more.
Well, the best part is he's in Mar-a-Lago. He's in Mar-a-Lago. He's in the most baller kick butt place possible.
Have you ever been to Mar-a-Lago?
No, I haven't. I heard it's
Me
amazing.
either.
Though.
Me either.
It's Florida shouting, but that's the thing, is that he comes back a hero. Do you see how many people were waiting for him when he came back to Florida? Did you see that crowd?
Yeah.
Like, imagine you got the election stolen from you. You really don't want to kill people to keep your power, which that says something about his character. I'm not going to lie to you. To me, as a follower of Christ, to literally watch yourself get screwed. You're literally getting, you're getting Josephed. I mean, think about it. You got sold to slavery. You get thrown in prison. You get raised up, and then you get knocked down again. Like, that's literally what's going on. And I'm not going to equate Trump to a biblical father or figure or anything like that. Okay, I won't even make the argument that Trump's a Christian. I still don't think that. No. But this to me is an immense amount of strength in a cascade of evil. It is clearly evil that fraud was perpetrated. It's clearly evil that we allowed fraud to happen in our elections. It's clearly evil that weak men didn't step up to stop this, which is our elected officials oh, sorry, not elected, our selected officials at this point are in the position that they are.
Our
So to
so-called
me,
Republican representatives.
Republicans
Yeah.
irrelevant.
Yeah.
Republican doesn't exist anymore, and
Yeah,
that's
well,
the
that's what I'm saying. Is like these are
that's
supposed to be our representatives on his side,
yes,
the same side of the aisle, and then they do nothing.
yeah,
Or
and that's
they
what's
vote
amazing.
against
It's
him.
like,
Yeah.
so keep in mind who supported him through this and who didn't. Keep in mind this, because that's going to tell you who's locked in deep to DC, the deep state, the globalist party. Because the reality is Republicans don't exist anymore. It's such a joke. Like for us to think that it doesn't exist, but it does show an immense amount of character and strength to clearly see that you're being screwed and not authorize the power that you have to even fall into the trap of being the monster that they are. Like, I wouldn't have faulted him for using the insurrection act. I wouldn't have faulted him for doing the things that he could have done to keep power. But think about the example that he just gave. He just had the best 4-year run ever, and they literally had to cheat, lie, steal, and kill to get him out.
Mm-hmm.
And he peacefully walked away from it. That to me is
With a fervent fan base willing to
follow him.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's Washington-esque.
Yep.
You know?
So
in a lot of ways,
that to me, that's gonna resoundly, that's gonna be very favorable in history for him. Very, very favorable, which is crazy. Now, does that win does that win the close calls don't win the victories? I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is what it is. But that says something about what's going on in this office that he set up, the fanfare that he comes to, and so on and so forth. Now, hear this for all the crazy liberals out there. When we say this, we're not worshiping Trump as a deity, okay? No one is worshiping
Not at all.
Trump here. We have called out Trump on many things. We called him out on the bump stock law. We called him out on vaping stupidity, okay? Raising what was he? Did he raise the smoking age to 21 or something like that? Did he do that?
I don't know.
It was stupid.
I don't remember if that was federal. I don't think that was federal.
Okay. Either way, there's some dumb things that happened, okay?
Yes.
I didn't agree with him on tariffs. I don't like tariffs.
I don't like the way he implemented the tariffs.
I like that he used tariffs as a negotiating tool, but then eventually we had to put in some tariffs.
Yeah.
And that's a tax. It's just another tax on the American people.
Yeah.
Sure. I think he should have pardoned Julian Assange and Snowden. I think he should have done it. I think he should have just pardoned him and let the monster out. He didn't. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, that wasn't a smooth move. You know what I mean? Now, for me, so when I say this stuff about Trump, we're not worshiping Trump. We're just giving a picture of. It's amazing how non-dictatorial this guy was. It's amazing how gracious he he left and lost. Now, for him, gracious is still boorish to many. You know what I mean? But let's get real. If someone stole my position, I'm not showing up to his inauguration. Sorry. I'm not doing that.
No.
If I lost fair and square, I will shake you in the hand. But if you beat me in a sport because you cheated, piss off. You know what I mean?
Nothing from him.
Yeah. No offense. That's ridiculous. Now.
Well, not to mention, there was no one there. The only people that were there were the National Guard.
Yep.
They were the only ones there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they say, "Oh,
well, don't forget
so
that. Don't forget that. That bodyguard from China.
Oh yeah, there was that.
Did you see that?
No.
So you see pictures of the inauguration. I think Bobby the Bull posted it on our Discord. You can post the Discord link in the chat for those who want to join. That's also another alternative to Telegram. It's just a chat app, but we can all be in it together and chat together.
True.
Keep this party going. So there's this dude behind him, and they do a close up on the pin on his jacket, and it's the red star of China on his pin. That ain't no American flag.
Oh my gosh, bro.
Well, if you go to the Discord app,
that's like Freemason crap. It's like,
Okay.
oh yeah, we did it. You know, it's insane to me, bro. That's insane. But hey, beautiful thing. Good news. Great news. The best news of all, guys. God's in control. God's in control.
Amen.
I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm excited for this show. We have content for days. We didn't even have to prep for this show. You couldn't even tell that we didn't prep for this show. That's how smooth it was because we have so much absurdity out in the world.
All we had to do is circle back.
And we didn't even, you know, I didn't even get a chance to circle back with the Kellyanne Conway story that just broke today. I didn't get to talk about that at all. What?
What happened with that?
It's still conjecture, but they're reporting that Kellyanne Conway, who is the former
Campaign manager
for Donald Trump, posted a topless picture of her 16-year-old daughter on her TikTok. Now, on the surface, and even in the article, it said it's a thing on the planet, and she should be prosecuted like every other scumbag that has this. Okay, what's up now?
My video stream just freaked out, and I'm like, all you can see is my right hand.
Whoa! Your right hand?
Yeah, my right hand. You know, it'll be
I'm over
local.
here.
It'll be local.
Okay. But anyways, yeah, we didn't even talk about
just
that.
select it and then resize.
I want to give that story a couple days before we talk about it, but
Yeah,
we'll see how that goes. But you know, it is what it is. There's a lot of things going on in the world. There's so much to talk about, and the show is going to be packed to the gills for a long time with a lot of good stuff. So I'm excited for the future. I'm excited to ride with my fellow king and the right hand, and to you know, end the battle every single Wednesday 9:00 at twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. Man, do you have any final thoughts, big dog?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm blown away by the GameStop story. Like that's to me the biggest story in a while, because it like these are big, you know, multinational globalist companies,
Yeah,
and they showed their vulnerability,
yeah,
you know.
They got stabbed.
Yeah, they got stabbed real hard,
yeah,
and that's really good. Like,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not. That isn't a call for violence. I'm not calling for violence. I'm just. It just.
You're just
It's
going
like
for
it just seems like a really, really, really beautiful path to victory. You know.
I got you.
And
Yeah.
like we really need to consider that and pay attention and like, dude, this Reddit dude, whoever he is, he's a hero. He is a hero. This is that was Robin Hood shiz, you know? He robbed from the rich to feed the poor right there.
Amen.
You know?
Amen, bro.
And like and they always say rob the rich, feed the poor, and that's what socialism does. That's what socialism is. Wrong.
It's rob the poor and give it to the rich.
Yeah. Yeah, it is that. It is that. You know, the big conglomerates all are the only ones who win in that, you know, situation, and the banks.
Yep.
But it's also that who were the rich, the only rich in the time period of the story of Robin Hood were the government.
Yep.
So it really was robbed from the government to feed the poor.
Yep.
You know? That's not a socialist ideal. The government is the answer. The government is the one that does the robbing.
Yes.
You know? And now we live in, you know, an oligarchy. You know, this merger between multinational conglomerate corporations and the banks and the government. And you know, they turned their backs to us, and we got a good, you know, we got a couple shivs in.
We got one in. We got one in, baby.
Yeah, I think we can. I think that could be something that we learn from and do again and again and again until
Amen.
they stop. You know, until hedge funds don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to invest in them. Because the second they do, whatever they thought they were going to win on gets taken from them.
Yep.
They lose money instead of make it.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's. There's probably some other avenue that they have, some other way to obfuscate what they're doing, but you know, the Wall Street is it's their ally, and it seems like now we see that it's also their weakness.
Yeah, true that. Boys, it has been the best show ever. Literally the best show I've ever watched, been a part of, ever. I'm not gonna lie. I think that this will be run up in our many, many tales of victory this day. This day.
I agree.
Dusty, strong one, mad scientist. We're gonna be out, man, because it has been a phenomenal show, man. Make sure you follow us everywhere. Where can they follow us? Facebook, Instagram, the Clapper, YouTube, freaking A, TikTok, even though I'm shadow banned. But really, the main show is here, twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. If you really want to hang out with this podcast, come check us out at twitch.tv/plausible foolishness. Main show will be up, tomorrow on YouTube? The whole deal will be up on YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube right now.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube right now. We're streaming live. It'll be there. And then Spotify Cats, it'll be there here probably tomorrow. Does it go up there tomorrow? Is that what it normally does?
Yeah. I try to get it up by, or at least by Friday, but.
By Friday, rock and roll. But it'll be up. We love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you for all the new subscribers and all the new followers. And the most important thing you can do, obviously, we want your money. Give us your money.
And speaking of money, if you don't want to give Amazon your money, if you don't like subscribing because Amazon takes over half of it, there's a link down in the description for where you can donate to us, and most, if not all, of that money goes to us. So that's something to consider.
Absolutely. Check us out over there as well. And if you can't financially help us out, make sure you share the content, man. Share us everywhere. Share us to the hill. If you like what happened today, if you like the content that's going on, and you think other people enjoy it, send it your way. Even if people hate it, send them there. I love being hated. I love doing things that make people think about their liberal logic. So make sure you send out our information. Love or hate, man. But we love you. We love the Rube Empire, the Rube Nation, the Rube Army in a non-violent way. We have to say that because we're on YouTube, and it's all fun. But we love you guys. We hope you have a good night. Cool?
Cool.
Peace out, boys. Boom. See you, Clapper. Boom.